Hello, actors. So I did a workshop for a group of students recently. All of them had chosen classical pieces, Shakespeare and others. And going around the group, I was asking each young performer, why did you choose this part? Why did you choose Ophelia, or you chose Queen Margaret, or whoever the character was? And what was so interesting to me was that I kept getting academic answers. And there's nothing wrong with an academic answer. These young, bright young learners were telling me about, well, at the time or 400 so years ago, the role of women in a society, and they weren't wrong. But here's the thing, actors, your academic intellectual answers are not personal enough. What was so interesting going around the group was I started to ask very personal questions, questions that had a lot more to do with who they are as people, and then helping them understand how to link that to characters. For example, the one young actress, she chose an Ophelia, not Ophelia's mad scene, but a different scene. And in asking her why did she choose this character, she again gave me the academic answers. She was, I suppose, quite self-aware, self-conscious that everyone was sitting around her and was listening to what she was going to say. But one thing I've learned as an acting coach and as a director, is that if it ain't personal, it won't matter. And I start to ask very personal questions. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your boyfriends or girlfriends. Have you had any love interest in your life? What does it feel like when somebody that you are so deeply invested in pushes you away? I started to ask the kinds of questions that I've learned we have to ask of ourselves. If we don't ask ourselves these questions, then what are we doing? If we aren't relating to a character through our own life experience, then we are not practicing art or acting. We're almost, in my opinion, abusing the character for our own personal gain or profit, or how we think the character might make us look. It's so funny how often I say to actors when they read a character for the first time, how many of them are considering the character's world and how many of them are thinking about how good the character can make them look. When you are playing a character, it's your job, it is your responsibility as an actor to understand who this character is at the emotional, psychological level. You can't just read them and think that you know them. There's a challenge I like to set my own students when I'm teaching them. Imagine for a moment that your life has been turned into a screenplay that's about to be shot, a film. But you are not the actor who's going to play that part. How much information do you think another actor would have to know? How much time would you expect them to put into learning who you are, what you are made of, what matters to you, your history, the relationships you've had, your conditioning, the society you grew up in, the beliefs you carry, the values you hold? Think about the depth of detail that you would need to know. Or if that actor did not do that, are they still playing you? So, actors, when you are approaching a character, my suggestion to you is that you approach them as if they are a real person. I know we call ourselves actors, but if I could, I would invite you to think of yourself as a counselor, as a therapist, as a great psychologist, as a detective, somebody who doesn't just stop at the appearance or the behavior of a human being, but somebody who wants to indulge and investigate why a person is as they are. Great actors always come from why, not what.